Hello, welcome to The Rosey Life. Welcome to another episode video for you. Today we're going to talk about how do you know? How do you know? How do you know that you're getting what you want? How do you know? How to know that it's yours? How do you know it's done? We hear a lot about to know, conviction. You must have conviction. You must know. What is conviction? It's almost like splitting hairs with the amount of definitions of what knowing is. How do I know more? How do I know what I know? I know that you know, and you know that I know that you know. If you saw my short, that's a spin-off off what we're going to be talking today, because a lot of questions come from you know the material very well, and you'll even share that with me in comments or in sessions. And today I want to share with you a very amazing email that I got. It's two emails that I got from one of my clients, and we had a session. We had one session on last Monday, and I'm going to share with you what happened in that email. And then we're going to get into the knowing. And without you knowing that what you're praying for or imagining is done, what are you knowing? If you don't know that it's done, then what do you know? So we're going to get into this, because you can assume and affirm all you want. But if you don't have that knowing of who you are, knowing is conviction. Knowing's not a feeling. And you could have a feeling after it, but you know a lot of things already. So don't pretend that you don't know how to know, because you do. You guys know a lot of things. And one thing that I want to share with you is in my Platinum program that I have, one of the things that I do in there is I have a monthly book club. And in that book club, I don't let anyone in the program get away with just showing up and listening without actually studying on their own and bringing something to share, because it's give and receive in the book club. And that's how all my clients level up, because of the things that I do. I challenge my clients. When I work with people in the program and out, when I work with people, I challenge people's beliefs. I challenge the way you think. That's what people pay me to do, to challenge them, to challenge their beliefs in the way they think. And the more that I do this, the more I'm realizing that I'm not interested in a la carte manifesting. I'm not interested in doing a la carte videos on how to manifest this, how to manifest that, how to manifest that, because you'll be stuck there. There's already enough content to entertain you for the rest of your life with that. You'll get stuck in how to manifest this. How do I apply it to this? How do I apply it to that? That's just all telling me that a lot of you still don't know who you are. You still don't know the order in which manifesting works and what it actually is. I'm going to be doing a video soon about this, but in this video we're going to be talking about prayer and how to know it's answered. So that's what we're going to get started. And why I mentioned why I make my program members study and we do this together is for them to be accountable for themselves and to help everyone else in the program. And so what I'm going to suggest that all of you do, if you are watching my videos, if you're viewing, instead of filling up the comment section with questions, complaints, whining, where is it, but, criticism, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like that, can you turn the volume up more, can you turn it down, all that questions, why, where, when, why, how, Instead of that, I'm going to hold all of you accountable. If you're watching my content, you can be taking notes. What I want you to do is start writing down a summary, and some of you already do it, and you guys are badasses for doing that. But what I want you to do is I want you in the comments to start writing down your light bulb moments and or a summary of the video of what you took away from it, and you can use it, you can use your own words. You don't have to verbatim repeat what I said. You can if it's helpful for you to remember, but your takeaways from the video, so that not only is that helpful for you, like what you used to do in school, and that helps solidify what you heard. Instead, you just watch it, and I'm not TikTok. Okay, I'm not TikTok. I don't give you 10 seconds of information and you scroll on, because a lot of you guys are used to watching videos and you scroll on to the next one and the next one and the next one. Or you might even watch my video and then another video and another video and another video. Instead, I want you to start bullet pointing your light bulb moments, because there are many in all these videos and a lot of you share them with me, right? But write those down in the comments. Why in the comments? So that when you want to come back to a video, you can read your own summary. One, to remember. Two, everyone else watching this video, and if it's a month from now or 5 years from now or whenever, they're able to also get your different perspectives on the same subject. So everybody wins. You're giving and receiving when you share. So start using the comment section for your light bulb moments. And that way, instead of writing, I get what you're saying here. Let's say I made a video 6 months ago, and then all of a sudden a comment pops up, because I look at your comments. And let's say I made a video 6 months ago, and I look at your comments, and it says, I get what you're saying here, but what about blah, 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 blah? Well, first of all, I'm not going to remember every single video that I made, because I'm focused on moving forward, not moving backwards. So if you write something like that, I have no idea what you're talking about. And it's not even helpful for you, because do you even understand what I'm saying in the video? So it's more beneficial to you, the viewer, to write down a summary of what you think you heard in the video. And you may edit and change your answer. You'll be like, okay, no, actually, that's what that meant. So that you start self-reliance. I'm teaching spiritual independence on this channel. That's what I'm teaching. Spiritual independence, not dependence on my content or any other person's content. You want to become independent, because that's who you are. You are free. You are God. So I want to start seeing some summaries, your takeaways, not a bunch of whining and complaining and things like it's too dark, or it's turn up the volume or turn down the volume, or blah, blah, blah. I just swing past those. If you guys write those things, I'll probably delete them or I'll swing past them, because I don't care. I don't care. I am putting content out here to create spiritual independence. So if you want to level up, stick with me. If you want to do a la carte manifesting and techniques and learn how to manifest a text message, bye. This is not the channel. That's not happening on here. We're moving away from all that. We've outgrown it. Even if you're new, stick with me. It doesn't matter if you're just coming in, just stay and watch the content. Watch a video several times if you have to. Read the comments of people's points and light bulb moments, and it will sink in. Okay, so I'm going to start by reading this client, her email, and she asked me to share it, and she was so kind and gave you guys some takeaways. And so what she wrote after our session, she wrote, and this was on Monday, And she said, thank you so much, Rose. Yesterday's session was eye-opening for me. And she said, and unlock certain things I didn't quite get before. I feel so confident now and know that nothing can go wrong because I am source. I am all there is, so things go how I want them to go. I am also fulfilled. I am whole. Everything is perfect right this moment. My partner is God. He is perfect. I am the law, and all I need is knowing, in all caps. Knowing is not faith. Knowing is not belief. Knowing is knowing. Thank you so much, and I will keep you updated, though everything is already perfect right now. So this is about an SP, but you're going to love her follow-up emails and her realization that this wasn't just about her SP. Okay, so she goes on to say, let's see. Open this up. Okay, so that was Monday. Okay. 2 days after that, she said, so it happened today. She said, yesterday, so she sent me an email. Okay, so Monday we had a session. Tuesday she sent me an email. And then Wednesday, she got this, this happened to her. And Thursday, she's writing me, okay? So she said, so it happened today. Yesterday, my guy sent me an email saying, it's not fair, I blocked him. By the way, I had blocked him because I felt he ghosted me. So she was playing games. She said she was playing games. So what I want you to notice is even though she was playing games, once she set herself straight, it didn't matter that she played games or whatever she was doing before. Today I responded and we met. He told me he hadn't been talking to me because he wanted me to call him first. He said he feels he always chased me ever since we first met, and he felt he wanted to feel me chase him. Isn't that funny? He also told me he loves me, that he wants to marry me and have a child with me. Things I've always been wanting and affirming. It was just magical, Rose. He even told me he was trying to manifest me since yesterday. And she put little laughing faces. I never told you about the breakup. It happened 2 months ago, and it was ugly, in all caps. Hear this, you guys, really closely. She said it was ugly. She said we had even had the police involved, although there was no physical fight, but it was bad. I wish I had the time to tell you all the bad things that happened during and after that breakup. So many. It wasn't for my belief in the law and persistence. The situation looked impossible. So if it wasn't for her awareness and belief in the law, she said she was like, she would have just threw the towel and said, like, that's over. That's a done deal. Right now, we're together and he's playing sweet romantic music. And then I said, thank you for sharing. And I said, can I share this with the viewers? And she said, yes. And she says, below is some of what I wrote down after our session, which were the key shifts that happened and changed everything. I finally understood that it wasn't about techniques. And you are completely right. I happened. Because my response to her was, you happened. That's what happened. You happened. And she says, you're right. I happened. And notice how she takes notes after our session. That's why I'm encouraging you to take notes in the comments. Okay, so here's what she said. My notes after our session. She says, faith is knowing. It's not a belief. It doesn't matter whether I get nervous or whatever, as long as I know in my soul, as long as I have conviction about who I am, that's all that matters. What I know for sure, and she made a list. I am God. I have no doubt about this. I am everything, loved, fulfilled, whole. We're not going to say his name. SP is God. I have no doubt about this. He is perfect. This is my movie, and I am the leading lady. Nothing can be out of my control. I am calling the shots of this movie. I am SP's wife. This is without doubt. Wow. SP and I have a baby called so-and-so. This is without doubt. I just know these things. Deep in my soul, I know these are my reality. She's declaring it. She's just stating facts, her facts, without evidence. Do you see? I don't need any affirmations or any techniques because I know. I don't need anything because I already know. Nor do I need 3D to prove this to me. My choice is all that's needed. I might affirm for fun, but the affirmations are not the power. The power is me. The power is me knowing my reality. My reality is that I am SP's wife and we have a happy marriage and family together. There is only now, no past, no future, so I must choose my reality in the now. Right now, I am happily married to SP. He is healthy and perfect because she also had some fears about some certain things with him. And we talked about those things and we talked about her letting that go and seeing him, her SP, as whole, perfect, and healthy. And God, because he is God too, right? The space of variations is infinite. My conscious mind could never be able to navigate it, but my subconscious can. So my duty is only to place my order with the subconscious and then allow the subconscious to fetch the order. That was just another way for her to say, God, source, I put the order in, I prayed, and now I'm going to allow God to process the order. So I need to just be clear on what I want. Decide that I want it, send it to subconscious. The subconscious doesn't go out to make it. It's already there. The subconscious just has to bring it in front of the mirror so I may see it on the 3D. But for it to be in front of the mirror, I have to be being the object. I must be what I want. I am SP's wife. I must be SP's wife right now. What is it like being SP's wife? How does it feel like? Is it calm? Is it happy? Is it content? I must be her and be fulfilled by being her so that on the 3D mirror, that's exactly what I'll see. A happy, content, fulfilled wife of SP. This is who I am right now, right here. She nailed it right there in that sentence. Perfect. She must be what she wants the mirror to show her without needing that mirror to do anything. No, nothing. Don't need the mirror to do nothing. I must be it. That way the mirror can show it to me. She didn't ask for how long. She was insane. She never once in our session said for how long. She didn't whine and complain that she'd been doing this for so long. She brought up a few things that she learned with some other coaches, but she said no. When I got off that call with her, I knew this girl was going to send me a success story. I knew it because she understood right then and there in the session. I could see that light switch go off. She said, that's the life I live right now. Not in the future. It's not going to happen. It's happening. For I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live. The life I live now in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God who lives in me and gives himself for me. Amen. I'm like, heck yeah. We going to church, girl? Yes. Yes. The session with you just shifted my understanding so much. I just knew it was done. Wow. That the life I wanted was mine already. Please feel free to share. Okay. And then she sent me one little follow-up email yesterday, sorry. Today my person is still talking about how much he wants to marry me. Rose, I remember in our session when you asked me, because I did, I asked her a challenging question based off of how she was talking to me. I asked her, do you think it's possible for him to ask you tomorrow to marry you? And she got quiet and she said, yes, I do. It's all possible. My goodness, I feel such freedom. That freedom where the Bible says it was for freedom that Christ set you free. And where it also says he wants to give us life and give it to us abundantly. I am so happy. And the happiness is about more than just watching this relationship blossom. It's about me seeing that it is my birthright to experience miracles, to be the head, not the tail. The world is my footstool. I am here to all that belongs to my Father. I am heir, to all that belongs to my Father. She got that right. Do you guys feel you went to Sunday school? Because I did after reading her emails. That is amazing. She understood it, because I think I mentioned here is like, you know, are you going to let the tail wag the dog, or are you the dog wagging its tail? Do you see? Because either it's one or the other. Either the dog is in charge or the tail's in charge. In this case, the 3D is the tail. Okay? So let's get down to business. Bust out your little fingers. Okay. So what we're going to be looking at here is Mark 11:24. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. I know that word belief has a lot of you in a twitch, okay? How do you believe? What if I don't believe? That's why I've made many videos over the last couple years about belief, that you don't need it. You don't have to believe. That's not required of you. And I'm going to show you why. Because when I show you why and what it really means, what this verse really means, you're going to see it very differently. You're going to see prayer differently. You're going to see the word belief differently from now and infinity. You'll never look at the word believe or belief the same ever again when I'm done with you today. Prayer. The definition of prayer is communication with God. Neville Goddard said prayer is done in secret, that your Father hears you in secret. And then he answers and rewards you openly. In other words, what is prayer? Prayer is communication. Prayer, according to Neville too, he's the one that took that religious, little twist off of it. Prayer is imagination. Prayer is communicating with God. When you imagine something, when you declare, I am something, affirm, when you draw a picture, when you act it out, whatever the heck technique you guys like doing, right? Whatever technique you do, when you imagine something, that is prayer. That is praying. That, in other words, you're communicated to God. I don't know, but I have an undergrad in communication studies. And in the 4 years of just studying communication studies, never, not once, did I ever hear about communication being solo, involving just one person. Because even if you want to have that experience, you go to talk in the mirror. Communication is always between you and something. You and you, but what part of you? You think you're talking to yourself. My stepfather used to say, it's okay if you talk to yourself, just don't answer, because that's crazy. That's the kind of thing that we hear, and why we think talking out loud is crazy, or imagining or affirming or declaring something that's considered crazy. But you're not. You're never talking to yourself. Never. You're never imagining to yourself. You're never just thinking some thought to yourself as somebody walks by. You think, oh yeah, well, good thing they can't hear what I'm really thinking. Oh, they heard you. They heard you energetically. That is much louder than any words that can come out of your mouth. That energy that's within you, that vibe that you're sending out, because of what you're emitting, your energy is so powerful that someone doesn't even need. Have you ever heard this, where you stand in a grocery store at a line, and if you stare at the back of the neck of the person in front of you without saying a word or moving, they'll turn around and and feel you, and they'll turn around to look at you because they can sense, they feel the energy. Your energy is very powerful. So when you're praying, prayer is communication with God. When you're praying, it's done in secret. It means it's between you and God. You're not just rambling words in the air, hoping it'll stick. It's between you and God. So here's you, XYZ, God. Imagine, I want this. I'm this. And God's like, okay, look at the little arrow. It's a double arrow. Means it goes both ways. You're not just slapping crap at the wall, hoping it'll stick. When you pray, imagine, affirm, assume, you're praying, you're communicating. You're having a communication with God. It's between you and Source. That's what you're doing. So if you pray, He hears you, whether you like it or not. He hears you. He hears your whining, your complaining, your bitching, your moaning, your where is it? Why is it not here? It's heard. Done. 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 Constantly done. You think that your little thoughts don't matter? You think that what you're feeling and whining and reacting to doesn't matter? It's heard. It's heard. And it's all coming from your identity. Go watch my last video about identities. I'm not going to go into that in this one. But it's all coming from your identity. So when you pray, God says, okay, to whatever. Even to your whining and complaining about not being it, God's like, okay, gotcha. I gotcha. You're always heard. It's two communication, right? You ask, God receives, listens, and like she said, that subconscious she refers to as God. God processes your request. That's how He hears you. He processes it and says, I will reward you. And Neville Goddard's lecture on prayer is such a beautiful lecture. You can find it on YouTube. But God hears you, shows you, right? He's like, here you go. I heard you. There you go. You wanted a pink butterfly to test the law because you're still in that a la carte manifesting. Here you go. There you go. You're like, that's just a butterfly. I know, but that's what you asked for. He always hears you. And there's a scripture too. It's like, thank you, Father, for thou hast heard me. You always hear me. Look it up. He always hears you. Always means always, not just when you're in on your spiritual pillow, meditating, trying to feel better thoughts, trying to feel good. He always hears you. In the depths, I am there. In the heavens, I am there. Wherever you go, there you are, and there's God right behind you saying, hi, still here. Still here. So now, let's get into this scripture, because we're going to get into this knowing. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe. Let's stick to those two words. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe, because those are key words, right? Prayer, communication with God. Now we understand. Prayer, oh, it's not just me talking to myself in the dark. Got it. Well, let's look at the word believe. You ready? Believe is accept as true. When you put those two words together, you accept. And accept stands alone, and then you can say accept as true. And that stands alone. Both are definitions of the word believe if you look it up. But let's break apart believe, because be can stand alone. What is be? Be is to exist or to show or to occur. That's for all of you. How do you be? You exist, you show, occur, be. That's what be is defined as. Now let's look at the other part of believe. Leave. To leave, it's in different languages. There is German, there is Dutch translations, there is archaic. Light. Believe. These were the most common ones that kept popping up in different dictionaries. Okay? For leave is light, love. Light meaning as not pressured, not hard. That's what it means, is to lightly. Okay? Love, glad, willing. Be glad. Be willing. Be love. How freaking hard is that? When someone gives you a present, are you just like, no, I can't take it? I watched this TikTok of this guy somewhere in the world. I'm not sure what country he goes to or wherever he is, but he goes to buy a thing of flowers, and he goes to find what he considers is an elderly person, usually women, and he walks up and gives them a bunch of flowers. And he said, these are for you, beautiful. I just wanted to brighten up your day today. And 9 out of 10, those women say, no, that's okay. No, that's okay. No, you don't have to do that. And then he says, no, I want to give them to you I wanted to brighten up your day. And then finally, after him practically forcing the flowers on them, they take it and they smile and they say thank you. Why do you think so many of these people have a hard time receiving? You're not used to receiving. So now, if that's you, drop it and just say, oh yeah, okay, I'm not her anymore. I'm not him anymore. When you receive something, if someone gives you something for your birthday, you say thank you. When someone gives you a raise, you say, hell yeah, I deserve it. When you find a penny on the ground, you're like, hell yeah. If you find a 20, you're like, hell yeah. If you find anything that you wanted that was off, you're just like, yes, yes, because you feel like you received something. You're happy. You're glad. You feel love that someone gave you something. You do it all the time. And even if for those of you who are going to say, I'm not used to receiving, maybe that's why my problem. No, don't start looking for more crap to fix. I just explained, drop it. Notice that's you and say, no more, that's it. I'm done with that. That's not a condition, that's not a problem. Stop making crap up. Okay? So, believe is to be loved, to be light, to be happy, to be glad, to be willing. It doesn't even say to be thankful. It doesn't even say to be grateful. It says to be happy, to glad, to be willing, to be light. Cool. Yay! It's not even saying gratitude. It's saying, yay! Hell yeah! Woohoo! So, prayer, communication. Okay? Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it. So, when you communicate, because that's what prayer is, when you communicate with God, right? What's communicate? Assume, choose, your identity, or imagine your little scene. That's communicating with God, because you're not doing this solo. Recognize that, wait, hold the phone here. I'm not just lying here in the dark, imagining something by myself. God's here with me all the time. Wherever I go, there he is. Even in the shower. Yes, even on the toilet. Wherever you go, that's where God is. Wherever you stand, it's holy. I mean, come on. So many scriptures proving that you're never alone. Ever. So when you communicate with God, be glad. Be happy. You just got what you asked for. That's what it's saying. In other words, be glad, believe. You just got what you asked for. Be happy. Be glad. You just got what you asked for. Because the prayer, the act of praying, is believing. When you pray, when you ask, that is belief. That's believing. When you pray, you're happy because you're like, oh, hell yeah, I'm asking for this. Do you see? You're asking for it. It's a transaction between you and Source, between you and God. It's not just you standing alone. So when you walk away from praying, so let's say you're done with your magical act, you're done affirming, and then you're just like, now what do? I gotta go wash the dishes. When you walk away from praying, if you don't know it's yours in that moment, because that's now is all there is, then when will you? If you don't know, when you walk away from your imaginal act, from declaring it, if you don't know that that's who you are right now and that you just received that gift in that transaction, when will you know it? And if you don't know that, if you don't believe that, if you're not happy about that, what are you happy about instead? If you can't be happy that you just got what you wanted and you say you don't believe it, well, what do you believe instead? What are you happy about instead? What are you glad about instead? Because if you won't believe that, what are you believing in? Because whatever you are believing in, that's your God. Whatever else that you answer to that right now, that's your God that you put on your little pedestal. Knowing is the secret. Knowing is all that it takes. You heard that in our little Sunday school email. Knowing is all she did. No, I know. There's no feeling. There's no other secret. You are the knowing. You are the knower. You are the knowledge. Knowledge even. Knowledge is power because you are the knowing. You are the truth, your facts, your way. She spit out all her facts on that email. Those are her facts. She didn't need the evidence, and she said it. I don't need the evidence. I know this is all mine. I know that I'm God. I know that I'm perfect. So now I'm going to be checking in the comments to see what your light bulb moments are, to see what class got out of this video today. And for those of you who have asked me about a community, if I might have mentioned in older videos, there's no longer any Rosey Life community. I shut that down back in April, I think. There's no like Facebook. I don't have Facebook group. I don't have communities. I only do one-on-one sessions or my 6-month program, and at this moment, that's what I do. Anything that's on my website is current. Whatever's on my website is current. It's what I'm currently offering. I have a few courses, and they're just recordings, and that they're in just a session booking. That's it. There's no other community. I do have a membership channel, and I show up for live and answer questions in there. And I do there's 2 levels of membership. The first one is for additional videos. I don't make as many videos in there, so I'm probably going to do away with the first level of membership and just maintain the live Q&A membership level. And that's probably going to change soon, and you'll see it. And I will make additional videos in there, but they won't be very frequent. It'll be more about live Q&A in there more than anything. I don't even know how long I'm going to have that open, so if you're interested and you want to be a part of that, you can. But I'm really changing a lot of things in the Rosey Life. I don't come on here and do daily videos on purpose because you guys need to let this stuff sink in instead of being TikTok junkies looking for another video, another video, another video, another video. Okay? So that's my style. That's how I do it. If someone else does it differently, guess I'm happy for them, happy for you if that works out better for you. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much because you're all so freaking powerful. You're so amazing. And I'll see you soon.